All right, shalom, shalom. We got a true Hebrew Israelites coming at you week in and week out. Prophets of the downfall of America known as Babylon the Great. Before we begin, as always, we give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
We turn the hands of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah, where He calls God in Jesus Christ. We also want to give double honor to the apostles, the elders of great millstone, because it's true, and much respect to the occupants that labor in His work. And also to you believe that it's you, we say shalom. Shalom. And once again, the Lord has allowed us to come out again to prophesy the downfall of America, the most wickedest kingdom that has ever been erected on this planet. And what's happening right now is this word is taking effect on this earth. You see? The words of Yahweh Shai are taking effect in the earth. That's why you see characters like Kanye West, Nick Cannon, Deshaun Jackson, all right? Many more higher up celebrities in the society talking about that they are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, that's because this word is going out. And again, in the latter days, it was prophesied that the so-called white man, all right, the one you call the so-called white man who is biblical nationality, so he would be revealed. You see, somebody did that in 2 Thessalonians.
Just back with the about the Kanye's and the Deshaun Jacksons of the world. This is Romans 10 and 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Right, they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. Because what? They won't come back into the true knowledge and understanding of Yahweh by the way of the scripture. But they're going about to seek their own righteousness. So they might hear that they are the Israelites, all right? What does that profit you if you don't come under the order of Yahweh by Shai? It profits you nothing. The scriptures say that it's highly esteemed among men as an abomination in the sight of the Most High. So when you look at celebrities like Kanye, all these upper echelon Israelites who have sold their soul to the devil, for riches, the Lord don't look at them as any kind of value. You see? But they are being used by Yahweh by Shai to sound the message to the masses. And this is what Esau used to pretty much deceive our people. He uses celebrities and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, to pretty much push a narrative or a philosophy into our people. And so,
just to add on to what you're saying, because like you said, Kanye West, he's sat down for a reason. Because everybody is getting the word. Kanye West, he's a big person to push forth a different type of ideology or a different type of dream. It's the book of St. John 8 and verse 32. It says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Okay, just add what you're saying, man. Even though Kanye West ain't free, if you believe upon the words of Yahweh Shai and dig deep into the doctrine, you're gonna realize what's going on, man. You're gonna realize where you belong. Because even though he pushes forth the doctrine of we kings and shit like that, we know it's a psyop, but we already know that's the will of the Most High,
Yeah. To add on to that, when you go into it, what these people lack is vision. They lack vision of the future, which allows them to pretty much depart from this current system, this current life. You see, so when you don't have vision, that means that your sight, your vision is blurred, and you're going to be dwelling within this society. You see, so the risk that come with this life, given by Esau leaders, is going to blind you from the ultimate, objective of Yahweh by Shai. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to be able to put out this life to look forward to the kingdom of heaven. We have been given the full truth. We see what's coming after this current system. This is the fourth beast. All right? This is Daniel the 7th chapter. Daniel the 2nd chapter as well. You see? And it's coming to an end. And so, as the scriptures say, the spirit of our Lord, the spirit of prophecy, we're looking forward into things that have not been done yet. All right? And the Lord has given us this testimony to proclaim unto you people what is to come, you see?
Let me add too, right? Is that these celebrities that you see, they're really, our people accept them as being their prophets. The ones that, speak a certain message or put forth, a certain idea. Okay, that's what really this man Kanye is trying to do, man. And we know he's set up, because the message he's bringing, it's not the full 100% truth, and it's backed by another agenda, man. So that's why, to the eyes of these people, or our people, should I say, okay, they see him as being their leader, their prophet. That's why they're so moved to do, certain things. Case in point, what happened in California. They put out signs, calling out the small hats, man. And other people like that as well. But the thing is that our people has accepted people like Kanye, the celebrities, to be their prophets and their leaders, man. And they accept whatever they push. So what's happening right now is by no coincidence. Okay? So that's why now, the things that they're saying, okay, that they push out, along with the celebrities, right? Or what they have the celebrities to do is to put out a certain message that's not according to the prophecies lined up with the book, man. Because the prophecies speak about, this place being destroyed, man. Where is that? You speaking about the small hats, right? What about what's coming after? What about the destruction of Babylon the Great? Or what about the famines? What about the calamities? What about martial law? These things are written within the Bible. You're not talking about that, man. If you're not talking about that, then you really don't have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. You're not a messenger of Yahweh Shah, man. If you're not speaking according to the words of this book, this prophecy, okay? And prophecy state that America, was Babylon the Great, is going to be utterly destroyed by fire. Okay?
All right. I got something for you real quick. Just to back you up, it's the book of Isaiah 9:16. It says, for the leaders of these people caused them to err.
Yeah, for the leaders of this people caused them to err. And the scripture also goes into, when a rich man speaketh, you extol it. You got it?
This is the book of this is the book of Sirach 13, and I'm gonna start at verse 23. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look, what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they shall say, what fellow is this? If he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Sirach 13:23. If the rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
So when a rich man speaketh, when a rich man speaketh, what? Like Kanye, all right? They extol it to the cloud. That's what you see going on right now. Everybody's in the whole world about what Kanye's speaking about, which really ain't shit. All they said was that so-called blacks are the Jews, which the Israelites consist of so-called Negro Latino Native Americans. They ain't said nothing about Esau being a so-called white man. Them going into slavery. You know what I'm saying? He ain't said nothing to the extreme. But all of a sudden, he's been ousted by all of this, his compadres, all of his alliances. You see? So that's small. But when he speaks something like that, everybody stole to the cloud. But what about us?
Yeah.
All right? Well,
it says, yet, and it's like in yet. So like it says, what he said, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak,
who is the poor man? That would be us with this knowledge. All right? That's the Israelites with this knowledge. It's true. Go ahead.
They say, what fellow is this?
Yeah, what nigga is this? Nigga ain't got no status in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? But you don't understand, the words that come out of our mouth are not ours. They are the words of Yahweh by Shemashah, the scriptures. And the Lord has snared you people because you can't see that. Because what? You're carnal. You see?
It says, but if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Yeah.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Help to overthrow him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we stand on the words of Yahweh by Shemashah, because this word cannot be overthrown. You see? So we're going to ride this all the way into the end. Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? This testimony will not fail. It's already written. Esau's destruction is going to come, and then the establishment of the seed of Jacob, the Israelites, will be established through our Lord Yahweh Shah. Yep.
Yeah, going back to that Romans 10:3, it says, for they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. God. So hey, like Kanye, he's coming out with this rhetoric. He's the savior of so-called black people.
Yeah.
Not even know that's a construct that they put on us. Black, a byword, all right, a proverb. You see that? Nobody's black, nobody's white, all right? That's what they put into your head. But Kanye, he's pushing that rhetoric, man. Thinking that's coming out of his own back.
Yeah, so read that one more time.
God, going back, Romans 10:3. for they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness.
Yeah, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans are being ignorant. You're ignorant of the Most High's righteousness.
Huh.
You're going about your way to seek your own rights. You want to worship how about you want to shine the way that you want to do it. You want to call them whatever you want to call them. You want to do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's not acceptable on the side of the Most High. You know?
And going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
Can they add on this? He says to establish your own righteousness. So you're trying to find a way out besides Yahweh Shai. That's the only way from salvation.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the name.
That's the name.
That's the name.
That's the only name that can be on planet Earth that you must say to be saved, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the only name for deliverance, for the lack of better words, man. But if you trust in any other thing, then you trust in your own salvation. You're trying to make it another way. With that power in St. John 10, if you don't come through the door, you know.
Got it. That's it. That's it. That's what I'm saying.
It's Proverbs chapter 12, verse 15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. Yeah. And here it is. It says hearken unto counsel. You know, and here it is. The counsel set up right before your very eyes, right? You know, the counsel is set up right in front of the people. The Lord has brought forth His word towards the populace, man, by way of the men of the Lord that you see on the highways and byways. So this is the counsel that the Lord set up.
That's it.
Okay? But they'd rather hearken to the counsel that's given by the celebrities, the ones that's held in high esteem. All right? So again, like it says here, it says the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. Mm-hmm. So they go about, like I just read earlier, going about to establish their own right ways, man, their own righteousness. To because the thing is that they, like the scriptures say, they haven't submitted themselves unto the way of Yahweh Shai. You haven't fully submitted. You say you do, but you're really not. You're not submitted to Yahweh Shai. If not, then you will put the pork down. You know, for the men, you grow your beard, man. So that lets you know that you're really submitted to Yahweh Shai. You really be tuned in to the words of the prophets. That's how we know that you are Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and that you obey His doctrine. As it stands today, the men that you see right now, the only ones that are tuning in. Of course, you got the people that are tuning in. Okay, all right. If you believe in Yahweh Shai, okay, then you have submitted yourself into the way of Yahweh Shai. You submit yourself unto His righteousness, because the righteousness that the Lord is bringing, okay, it's not according to the righteousness that these people put out, and their righteousness is completely warped, and that's why you see, people walking around with costumes, man, today. That's why you see people, going all about the city, putting their fantasies on display. That's what it really is, man. And these are the same ones that go to church every Sunday. Guess what? Tomorrow they're gonna be all up in the church, all right, with their three-piece suits on, the sporty dresses, all right, their attires, okay, and they're gonna act a fool like they haven't done anything to offend you. How about Shai? But you are, all right. And they constantly offend Yahweh Shai each and every single day. That's why the scriptures say that the Lord is angry with the wicked every single day. That hasn't changed, man. And the fear of the Lord is being amped up every single day that passes by. That's why you're seeing more things happen on the planet Earth. That's why you see prophecy continually speaking, because the Lord's fury is open, man. All right? The Lord's fury is upon all these people that you see. And the Lord is about to open up His fury here in the physical, man. Because in the heavens, He's just waiting. He's waiting on the time when Yahweh, the Most High, give Yahweh Shai that signal to come down and throw down this establishment. All right, to throw down everything that Esau's built up, man. And we're about to see that very soon.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was saying, the Lord is still extending His mercy. He still has His hand out stretched out. And His hand is man stressed out by the way of the prophets, which you people are not. Because you see, as regular men, we don't have any knowledge because we have not been indoctrinated with Esau's philosophies. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we coming out the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So with Isaiah 8:20, they speak not according to this word. There's no light in them. So that's why we come out the scriptures to tell you what's going on. The spirit of power, Yahweh Shai. And so when you're being carnal, you're not able to see that. All right? And what that's going to lead us is what's it leading to is that, you know, you're going to ultimately be destroyed, man. All right? And you get in Proverbs 13:13. Whosoever despises the word shall be destroyed. And we're speaking the words of Yahweh by Shemot Shah, man. All right? So you people, you serious? You think we're just normal people, but we're really not. You know? The Lord has endowed us with the Holy Spirit to know his counsel.
Yeah, it's the book of Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places.
Folly is set in great deal. Look at what you see right here, man. Halloween, you know, niggas dressed up in dresses, knocking on doors saying trick or treat. I don't know where I saw that video at, but yeah, I saw something like that earlier today, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's a whole lot of foolishness, a whole lot of simple shit going on in America. And it's getting worse and worse, you know? And it's mainly been pushed forth by you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans who are sitting in a lower state, you see? And that's why the Lord raised us out of that pit of simplicity and gave us wisdom according to the scripture. The spirit, the spirit of power, how about you, Moshe?
If I mean, Ed, who they get that from, though? The so-called white man. Because if Esau want to push forth ideology, or Esau want to push forth, you gotta.
Just back up.
You gotta go.
Yeah, Romans 5:19. For as by one man's disobedience, many were made.
You got it outside. Who that one man?
Many were made sinners.
That's it.
Who that one man is, man? The man that controls everything as of now, because the earth is given into the hand of the what? Wicked.
But hey, read that whole, because I think that's talking about Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, going back.
That's talking about Adam. You know what I'm saying? Because in his verse it says, do one man right. Let's get it right.
Let's get it right. You're right.
Let's get it right.
Romans 5:19 for us, by one man's disobedience.
By one man's disobedience, which shows you one person can fuck everything up.
That's it.
But even though we know that's talking about Adam, we know that's talking about Yahweh Shah, we got to convey it right. We got to.
Many were made sinners.
Many were made sinners, but you got it.
So by the obedience of one shall.
But through the obedience of one, which meaning what? That's Yahweh Shah. Because even though you say Yahweh Shah, then you say Adam, they the same people. You see what I'm saying? But it says through one man righteousness, you got it.
Salaki. So by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous.
It says through the obedience of one shall many be made righteous. Because if Yahweh Shah wouldn't died, we would have never came into this truth, man. Because Yahweh Shah actually shed his blood so we can get this word, man. But just going back into the point I was making before, Esau and his ideologies, he pushed it forth on Jacob. Because Israel, they're the most influential people upon the planet Earth. That's why Matthew 5 says you are the salt of the earth. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at McDonald's, I remember when I was little, I used to look at this shit. Every time you look at a McDonald's commercial, it's a Jake in it, man. You know, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving that's Jake singing that song. Riley's commercials, the latest trends, latest dances, it be Israelites that be pushing forth these different trends. Because they are the most influential. You know, you gotta go to that one.
Going back to saying, like, everything is pretty much sitting around you Israelites, man. All right? Everything is sitting around you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites. Why is that? Because what? You hold the blessing given from the Most High Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. All right? Which he was Isaac back then. So you got the blessing of receiving the fatness of the earth. All right? Being rulers over everything that is can be seen, man. Pretty much. All right? And so Esau wants to combat that by deceiving. You see? So everything that this system is built around is sitting around deceiving you Israelites. And that's why this man is affected by this truth that's coming out. All right? That's why you hear him talk about anti-Semitism, anti-Semitic, all that stuff, man. It's to turn you away from the true message of the Bible. You see?
So, if I may add too, going to the point to where our people are the most influential. And that's the reason why Yahweh Bashmel Shai consistently told us not to go around these other nations. Okay? Because if we go around the other nations, the Lord knew that we're going to be influenced by the other nations to do what they do. So today makes it no different. That's why our people, they are driven to do certain things in the spirit. They are driven to do certain things according to what they see. And that's why Esau Edom has conducted, he's put together his media a certain way to catch our people's eyes. And see that, and again, they use the perfect person to push forward what they want. And he's not the only one, like I said. There's more like him, man. Because throughout all the generations, all right, throughout the history of time, our people have looked up to certain people of their own, but instead looking towards the Lord, who the Lord has called out to push this word. And that's them disregarding the counsel, like it's spoken about in Proverbs, the 1st chapter, about how our people despise the reproof, and they said that not all the Lord's counsel. So, and you see that play out right now. Because our people, they did not regard the counsel that the Lord Yahweh has put out, which is the men of the Lord that you see today, starting with the apostles of those great millstone. Okay? So here it is, you know, there's the same cycle is continuing, to where our people are influenced by the other nations. And guess what? In this time, it's Esau. Now our people are being influenced by him. And now you got, once again, you got the men of the Lord that are out trying to rear our people back into the presence of Yahweh Shai. Okay, to go back to our power. But they refuse. So that's why they got to pay, you know, they got to give their payment. Okay, they got to answer for that.
I got some people just to add up going back on Esau. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
Right, man. So it says, let no man deceive you. So don't let these other, you know, figureheads tell you, you know, who the devil is, you know, basically telling you what's what. Because, yeah, like, hey, again, Kanye got to bring it back out, man. He's the hot topic for this month, man. Because here it is, you know, you got characters like that, you know, lead our people astray. And the scriptures say that, man. And it says the leaders of our people have caused them to err. And that's what's happening. Again, the same thing happening once again, man.
It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Yeah, and that happened. We fell away. We fell away from our heritage. And that was due to us going into captivity. Because when we went into captivity, this man beat the heritage out of us, man. You know, he literally beat the nationality out of our people and gave you another form of what's supposed to be ours. Because this book was the message that comes out of this was supposed to be geared towards us. Because everything that's written within this book is for the welfare of Israel. But they took that and they perverted it, and they gave you Christianity. And see, now you're doing what you're doing because of the influence, once again, by Esau Edom, in which by way of modern day Christianity, he's influenced you. He's influenced you to commit acts that are unpleasant to Yahweh Shai, the God of the Bible. And see, here it is that wicked is now being revealed. Okay? And now it's being revealed of his deceptions, his ploys, his traps. See, now we know where his traps are. Now we know where not to go towards. Okay? Like a snare, you know, somebody points out a snare, now you know not to go in that area. And that's why you got the men of the Lord pointing out, you know, these different traps and snares that this man has laid down, so you don't have to get into that, man. So what Jake do? I ain't listening to you go ahead and walk. And guess what happens? They get trapped. Hey, they get their legs snapped and their hair trapped.
You know, it's like a guy hanging up on top of the tree. How you get in that trap in the first place?
They even follow the man in front of them.
Follow the man in front of them.
Order.
Yeah, if you not tell your motherfucking ass, you know, you in the trap, now you screaming for me. And when I come, you say, I told you.
Trying to blaze your own trail.
You trying to be a trailblazer.
That's it, huh?
Okay, look. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Yeah, and what is that day? That day is talking about the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai, where he called Jesus Christ, so-called black man according to Scripture. It says the falling away shall happen first, after 70 AD, the sack of Jerusalem. You know, we were pretty much pushed out the land, some of us fled to the wilderness, the ocean we were taken into captivity into America, you know what I'm saying? The majority of the Israelites came to America by the way of slave ships, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we are thinking.
It says, in that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
That man of sin had to be revealed before the Lord return, which is the son of perdition, the son of destruction. So that's what you see going on right now, all right? spirit of power, Yahweh Shemashah.
It says, who opposes
What? Moses
and exalted himself
and exalted.
above all that is called the Most High.
So when you oppose something, that means that you're against something.
Is it?
When you look at the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemashah, you know, a man should not be with a man, a woman should not be with a woman, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's against the laws of Yahweh Shemashah. And when you look at who is in Jerusalem today, you can't say it's anyone else but the so-called white man who puts all these laws out. So this is the man of sin that's been revealed, who is in opposition of Yahweh Shemashah. All right? And that has exalted himself in his order above Yahweh Shemashah. You see? Go ahead up.
It says, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High, seated in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
Proud motherfucker, man.
That's it.
See?
That's it. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what was told us, that he might be revealed in his time.
He might be revealed in this time. Why do you think we out here proclaiming this against the so-called white man, the Edomite? You see? He had to be revealed in this time. So now the condemnation is set. The inquisition is being made by the way of the scriptures. On the so-called white man, Edomite. You see? That's why you see this man in the fucking he's pretty much in a rape, should I say? That's for like a better word. You know what I'm saying?
If I mean,
He's in dismay, should I say?
it's like he in a sense of desperation.
In desperation. That's it.
Because he getting revealed through this light, through the prophets. That's why he's demonizing. If you say you're an Israelite, if you don't got a small hat on, and you claim you're an Israelite, he gonna demonize you to hell it back, man.
Yeah, you can. It's like just to add on. You can be you can be a blood. You can be a Crip.
Yeah.
You can be a Buddhist.
You could be a Moorish American.
You can be a Muslim.
Yeah.
But as soon as you say you're a Jew, it's over.
Oh, you a hater.
You're a hater. You anti-Semitic.
But that's that light shining. Once that light come out, that's why I say he would be built in this time. You know,
It's his time.
You know, in this time. Because you 9 times out of 10, you don't turn the lights on when it's light outside. You turn the light when it's in the midst of gross darkness. And that's what the Lord, you know, for lack of better words, back in those times, because Paul was speaking in those times back then, everybody knew Romans was the Edomite. So the light, it was still kind of sunshine outside, but now we in the midst of gross darkness. That's it. All things are ready. Now we're in the midst of gross darkness. It's the right time to reveal who is the devil is. It's the right time to reveal the so-called white man as being the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know?
You got to preach that back, yeah.
You got it.
Wisdom of Solomon 2:24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world.
And that's Esau, man, because wherever Esau goes, death follows. You got it?
And they that do hold of his side do find it.
It's on what side?
On his side.
His side. So basically, if you follow into Esau, you're going to be taken. If you follow the ways of Esau, you're going to be taken with him. That's why it says, no hand join the hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
Like I say, you know, you join onto the side, you claim to Christianity.
It's
Saying that all people equal. You know what I'm saying? The Lord clearly said one people above another. All right? On top of that, when you come in another name outside of Yahweh Shemashah, that's you pretty much siding with Esau. Because he knows the truth. All right? So he's going to push everything out there to deceive you, even if you know that you're an Israelite. You see? So you got to come through the proper order. Basically what I'm saying. You got to come through the proper order. And there's only one way. There's only one straight way. You know? The Lord got to give you the discernment to see that. If not, the Lord is going to lead you unto destruction. By the deception of Esau, even the so-called white man.
Just like if I may add to, all right, to let you know that we're at the end, because now this man is being revealed, and on top of that, all right, the Lord has chosen this time to bring forth everything that's written within the Bible, and that includes who the devil that the Bible speaks of, because anything else that's outside of prophecy or anything that's outside of the downfall of this man's system or anything that even gives a word or a hint or a clue to his destruction or his downfall, you know, if you're not aligning with that, I mean, you're automatically with this man because everything he pushed out is completely against what's written. So if it's not lined up, then you automatically, you with the devil, you with the enemy. Because anything outside of this, you know, you're with America. You're with Babylon the Great. You want to stay here. You want to live your whole life, you know, all the way up to your deathbed to be here in Babylon the Great. You know, to basically take hold on something that's just going to be here for a little season. Because this place is not going to, look, this place cannot continue for the next 5-10 years. There's no way possible. With everything that's going on right now, there's no way, man, that America can keep going like this. So that's why you got this going on. This is happening today with Kanye. Okay, now the small hats on the spotlight, and now they're trying to get out of that spotlight. You know, by saying, look, you know, anti-Semitic, you know, saying that you're a Holocaust denier, you know. Now they put out, you know, now they're putting out info saying that his songs that he was making was inspired, you know, so to speak, inspired by, you know, the H-Man, you know. I ain't gonna say it for YouTube, you already know. You know, the H to the I to the T to the L to the E to the R, you know.
The greatest
Come on. Yeah. So now they throwing out claims saying, you know, he's inspired by, you know, this person, H-Man, you know, saying he's a Holocaust denier. And now they're throwing dirt all over, you know, and they're using him as an example to say, hey, you see this man? All right, you do this, it's gonna happen. All right, because you already know Esau's all in there. So that's why now, you know, at the same time, you know, it's making them do certain things. The Lord Yahweh Bashimon Shah has caused this man to move because he's just tiptoeing right now. You know, he refuses to make his major move concerning what's written within the scriptures, which the main one is the MOTB. So now the Lord has called this man to make certain moves that he wouldn't consider making. All right, but now he's being pushed to do certain things. He's out of time. You know, he's being pressed to do certain things. Okay, that's how you that's an actual technique. You know, you make your opponent. You know, you put them in a position where they have no choice but to go down. You know, what's going on?
That was this thing called pressure box. You know, when you cut the ring off. Yeah, you ain't going over. Yeah, I'm stepping with you. I'm stepping with you.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
You know how to
you do a little under. You take a step forward and you get to a point where you have the person in the corner. And you're going to do two things in the corner. You're going to submit or you're going to fight out. You know, but Esau, he's going to try to fight out, but the Lord, he's going to cast him down.
Like you said, the Lord did the same thing to Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful.
He said he hard and fell with heart so that he should come after the children of Israel. So what do you think is happening right now? The Lord is hard and Esau. All right, by the way, it's true. He can't do nothing but come against it. You know what I'm saying? So in return, it's going to force this man's hand to come after us. And what's going to happen? He's going to be confounded by Yahweh by Shemot Shah.
Real quick, just go back because that's Esau's biggest fear is prophecy. Esau, at the end of the day, he gonna follow prophecy, but he don't want to step down that line. He sees a dark road there. He don't want to take that extra step, but he's gonna be forced to. Just going back to the point, the big brother Masha just said about putting the pressure on him, man, cutting them off. This is the book of Revelations 11. And I'm going to start at Revelation 11 and verse 11. This is after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered unto them. And that's from he entered into us because we was in a dead state. It says, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them, which saw them. So you think Esau going to be scared of a nigga with guns, a nigga in the back of the alley? No, Esau's scared of the prophets, man. And that's why he's going to make certain moves, because he knows that the prophecies is meant to take him down, man. You know that the prophecies are not meant to make this kingdom prosperous. The prophecies are meant to bring this kingdom down.
Back you up. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face such as have afflicted him.
Right, that's taking place today. See, now we stand in great boldness. Why? Because now we stand upon our feet. Pursuant to Revelation, the 11th chapter. See, now we stand upon our feet with the spirit of Yahweh Bashimon Shah. See, now we have the breath. We live again. And now we're standing upright. And we're standing up against Edom, the nation of Edom. All right? Because, again, now we have the breath. Now we have the power on our side. Because there was a time where the Lord Yahweh Bashimon Shah hid his face from us. And put us away for a time. But now the Lord is now giving us our power back. Now he's drawing back to us because we're drawing back to him. The scriptures say that too. Okay? Draw it forward to him, or he's going to draw it forward to you. And that also goes to the parable of the prodigal son too. When the father was a great way off.
Yeah.
Okay? And he met him. All right? And that's what the Lord is doing to us in this time. The Lord, he sees us from a great way off. And he's meeting us right now. Okay? So now we have been introduced back to our power. And this devil can't do anything. And he knows that. He knows that the minute that we tap back into our power, his rulership is over. It's over for him. He knows this, man. And that's why he's been trying for years and years to keep us away from Yahweh Shemel Shah. And he's still trying to do it by using Kanye and others. All right, to lead us away from Yahweh Shemel Shah. But no, the Lord is still out, is still pushing forth this word. The elect's going to get sealed either way. There's nothing you can do. Okay, it's written. And if it's written, it's going to come to pass.
Precept just bag you up. Psalms 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
That's the beautiful precept. That's the beautiful precept, man.
Yeah.
He said, who will stand up with me against the evildoers?
That's it.
Okay? And you got men today that stand up against the evildoers, which is Edom. All right? Because here it is, man. Who else is going to stand up against this man? Who else, is going to take that leap forward for Yahweh Shemel Shah? Okay, good. That's why the elect has been chosen out of Israel. Okay, to do that, to be the Lord's army. Because the Lord is going to raise up his elect in the time to come. And they're going to be deemed as the Lord's battle axes and weapons of war. Pursuant to Jeremiah, the 51st chapter. Because the Lord is definitely going to use Israel as his sword, man, to come up against this man. And that's why it's going to be major war between Jacob and Esau. And you're seeing that starting right now. See, now you're seeing that contention being brought up once again, man. And you see that because why? Because the small hands are being called out. You got Jake that hears it, right? And it's resonating with because we're the people. So it's going to resonate with our people no matter what. And it's going to cause that tension between Jacob and Esau. We see it, man.
Just going back. This Proverbs 29:13. The poor and the deceitful man meet together. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah lighten both their eyes. This Proverbs 23:13. They're going back. It says the poor and the deceitful meet together.
Right. It says the poor and the deceitful meet together, man. All right. Jacob and Esau, man. Okay. So now you're seeing that tension being brought back up, man. See now that struggle in the womb, you're seeing it flaring up now. Okay, where the two of them, go against each other. All right, that hatred is being brought back up. That never been addressed. Okay, Jacob and Esau are here today. Okay, and guess what? That same hatred is going to flare up. Okay, and it's going to cause the war between the two. That's why it's going to be a race war here in America between Jacob and Esau. Man. But at the end of it, Yahweh Shemel Shah is going to come out victorious by raising up his men, like I said earlier. Okay.
It says the poor and the deceitful meet together. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah lighten up both their eyes.
That's right, man. See, now this vision is becoming more. This vision now is becoming more and more clear to where, and it's going to get to the point where the Lord is just going to allow all these things to happen at once. And then that vision is going to, now everybody's going to see in that day. Everything that we've been saying for decades, okay, they're going to literally see it right before their very eyes. So everybody's going to see this vision. The Ock just read, it says both the light has been brought to their eyes. Okay, so when the time comes, they're all going to see the light. But guess what? It's going to be a time where they're going to be caught up in the coming calamities. Okay, Because what comes with seeing that light is seeing the truth. And the truth is prophecy. So when prophecy is out in the forefront and everybody sees it, all right, you're either going to be on this side or that side. You're either going to be on the side of the Lord or you're going to be on the side of Esau.
It's like a beef between the elect and the elites, man.
Heavyweight fight.
That's the heavyweight fight. That's the main card. Because you can have Ishmael versus Moab, the undercard, but the main card is Jacob versus Esau. That constant beef have been going on since Abel, Cain and Abel. You know, that's the arch enemies, man. But again, the final fight is going to be right now, man. It was Cain and Esau, and it was Cain and Abel. Then it was Jacob and Esau, and in the third round of the night, you know, it had to be like Anthony and Joshua. They find the fight. Anthony and Joshua versus Tyson Fury 3. That's the kind of the break everything out. Whoever win this fight, take it on, man. Because it was a point where we had Esau in subjection. It was a point where Esau had us in subjection, and we were going back and forth. But this is going to be the end all, be all, man. Because after this, Jake is not going to go into captivity, man. After this, it's not like we're going to suffer no more. It's going to get to a point when Esau is going to have to suffer, man. You know?
That's it.
It's the book of Lamentations 4, jumping down to verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Right, so we already accomplished it. And you see that because the Lord is now bringing us back into His Word. So now it's accomplished. And that, you know, that also lines up with Revelation the 11th chapter 2. Okay? And see, now you see the Lord's people standing back on their feet, and that starts with the elect. Okay? Because now we've been given the breath once again. Okay? Yeah, that's it.
It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
That's right. So this is our last captivity. All right? Unbeknownst to the majority of our people, yeah, we're still in captivity, in case you didn't know. Because we're subject to payments pursuant to Baruch, 4th chapter. All right? We're subject to payments underneath this man. So we pay tributary. Didn't we do that back in the Roman Empire? And when starting with the Greeks, we had to pay tributary. Why? Because we was underneath their captivity. All right? And somebody put in the comments, right, I remember, saying that, you know, asking the question, you know, how y'all oppressed? You know, it says, how are y'all oppressed? You know what I mean? It's like, but yeah, but somebody asked on the comment board, right, saying like, how are we being oppressed?
Like we don't feel.
Okay? Yeah. So again, it said, how y'all being oppressed? Somebody put it on the comment board saying, how y'all oppressed? You know, you get a plane ticket, you go this and there, you go this place. Hey, look, oppression, when it comes to oppression, look, when you have to consider what you eat, you have to look on your labels, you have to go buy a natural resource you can just supposed to get, you know, from streams and rivers, all right, running waters, okay? When you have to, you know, pay attention to your clock, what time it is on the weekday, from Monday to Friday, who do you think that is, man? You know?
And you got to stop at a stop sign. You got to stop at a red light. You got to pay taxes on the property that you purchased. You actually own this property, but you got to pay taxes on it. Like the other brother saying, how are you not oppressed? How you not oppressed, man?
Social Security number. You got a Social Security number. Like Marshall said, subject to payments, you got to pay your bills. What they say in Haggai, you put your money in a pocket full of holes. So there's no way you can be comfortable here. And that's one thing, a slave cannot be comfortable, man. Only a king can be comfortable. You know? You guys know Marshall. Yeah, ask Kanye. Kanye want to be a king, but he's going about it the wrong way, even though we know what's going on. You know, George Bush don't care about black people, you know. At the same time, a king can, only a king can be comfortable, a slave can't. Another guy, Prince. When you look at Prince, Prince was bad. I like the Prince. You see, he changed name to a little simple, but Prince was a bad motherfucker. Like like with words and music and how he played the different instruments and different vibrations that he pushed forth, but he didn't own none of that.
They called him anti-Semitic.
Yeah, they call him anti-Semitic. But it got to a point in his career when he realized like this ain't what's up. No, that's how all the celebrities is. They get to a point when they in their career, they say, yeah, I want to go back too far in. What's that movie with Omar Epps, In Too Deep?
In Too Deep.
You know, when you it get to a point, even he in too deep. Because soon as you speak against, they're gonna cut you off, man. They just gonna basically what's called unalive. They just gonna unalive you if you say certain things, man. Yeah, blood in, blood out, pour that blood out. And even Esau, when you going to that shit crazy. You going to these different select like they got blood oaths and shit. These niggas, they under spells, they are in a circle. So at the end of the day, whether he's sincere, whether he's not, the Lord knows. But we already know the big agenda, a lot of Jake is gonna wake up from the situation, man. You know, from this whole situation with Kanye coming out and he's speaking the words and, you know, telling about Israelite 12 tribes of Judah or whatever, if he even though he being incorrect in certain areas, a lot of Jake is gonna do the research and they're gonna come by the truth.
Like you say, the Lord is using these celebrities to pretty much seal a few, man. All right? Because you're going to have a lot of people that ask about what Kanye talking about.
Yeah.
With us being the so-called Jews and all that. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to have a few people that's going to really take heed of what's said. And they're going to go and research. They're going to find people like, you know, you're going to find groups like Great Millstone. You see? You know, we humbly say that we got 100% truth. And they're going to see what, you know what I'm saying, what this thing is all about, basically. All right? They're going to see that Esau, the so-called white man. They're in slavery, and there is a king that's coming, and that Yahweh Shemashah is ultimately our power, and they're gonna repent, man. You know, so the Lord is not looking for a multitude of people. He can give a damn about 10 million Israelites. He'll save one. You know what I'm saying? One righteous soul. It's it. You know what I'm saying? That's how the Most High is. Look at Noah. You know, he's doing the whole world, but they say Noah pretty much 8 souls. So those things are set for an example of these times currently. See, y'all like, yeah.
Yeah, back brother up with brother Lamentation 4:22. Yeah, kind. This is Nahum 1:9. What do ye imagine against the Lord? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time.
Beautiful.
Yeah, second time. Just like I'm going to. Hey, this is the last captivity. We in the last leg of the fourth beast, the Roman Empire. You see? It ain't no guessing. That going back to the time of Acts.
Yeah.
Lord, but now at this time,
return to kingdom.
Now we know this time that this is the end of the so-called white man's rulership. Right? America, this whole beast system, this new revised Roman system is coming to an end, and it's manifest. You know, by the way of this system breaking down. You see? And this is all an effort to issue in the kingdom of heaven, the return of our Lord Yahushua to save the elect as prophesied. See?
And it's not like the Lord gonna come like in the kingdom of heaven, the tribe of teaming. Down our teaming gonna get no man. It's a movie called The Return. It's Edom, The Return of Teaming. No man.
Esau coming back in power.
Yeah, Esau gonna come back in power. The guy from GOCC. Yeah. He said after 1,000 years, Esau gonna come back. Hell no, man. Prophecy said this is the last time for the wicked to rule, man. It will not be an Esau Part 2, The Return of Teaming, like Halloween with Jason. You know, at the end of the movie, you see his hand, you see the hand out the grave. No, that nigga dead, man. That's what the Lord finna do. He finna basically break down this kingdom, man, so we can have an everlasting rulership in righteousness. And if you are Israelite, it's like if you're an Israelite and you sincerely have the zeal of Yahweh Shema Shah, that's what you should desire. You should desire the mercy of the Lord in the kingdom of heaven. Because they're coming out in one bunch, man. You know, y'all
just to add on, all right, I just read that oppression shall not rise a second time. And now you have to consider, you know, what's that oppression? Because throughout these different captivities, you know, we were oppressed. But it says that oppression shall not rise a second time. So that oppression represents Esau. Because he is the embodiment of that oppression. Because when you go back to the womb, all right, they said there was a struggle in the womb of Rebecca, all right? And that word struggle means to oppress. So when the scriptures say that oppression shall not rise a second time, it's saying that Esau is not going to rise back into power again, okay? He's going to be utterly taken down. And that's why, even before it said that, it says, what do you imagine against Yahweh Shemashah? It says he will make an utter end. When he say he'll make an utter end, in other words, he's going to make an end of this kingdom, and it's not going to rise again. Okay?
This is the book of Isaiah 40:1. Comfort ye my people, saith your power. How do you comfort? With the word, man. It says, speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, quiet unto her, that how warfare is accomplished. What's that warfare? Us being enslaved. Us being the bottom and not the top. Us being the tail and not the head. Us building a house and not dwelling in it. That's a part of us having warfare, but our warfare is accomplished. It's like that prison sentence. It's only a prison sentence. That's the prison sentence. In the prison, you subject into things you can't control, man. You know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Shit happens, you know, for lack of a better word. But I be watching like prison documentaries, and he said the best way to keep your mind in prison is discipline. They say guys wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, like, you know, they got a time out, they keep their mind straight. Instead of bugging out, they discipline themselves to have a way out. You know, don't look at this and next day in jail, look at the end of the line. That's why I said my warfare is accomplished.
I'll just back you up. Be always occupied in what?
In prophecy. And that's a part of
That's
working out. That's the meditation.
That's
That's that spiritual. You and that bitch doing 500 push-ups for push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not like you just doing it just to do it. You doing it to comfort your soul, man. Because Babylon is fucked up, man. And if it weren't for this word, and Yahweh Shai, man, we'll be fucking gone, man. We'll be, if you really just sit back and look how shit be ran here, man, you'll be mad as hell. You'll be pissed the fuck off, man. But it's the word that keep us stable. That's why Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. Just going back into that prison analogy, like 60 days locked in, the guys wake up 6 o'clock in the morning and do a workout. Now I thought about myself, like you wake up in the morning, first thing you do is turn on the video. You know, you on your lunch break, you go to chow, you looking at a video. You see what I'm saying? So little things like that shows us that we're in the prison, but at the same time, we know that we have an EOS date. We know we have a date of release. And again, let me read this again. It says, speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and quiet unto her, that her warfare is accomplished, and that her iniquity is pardoned. How is our iniquity is pardoned? Through the blood of Yahweh Shai, through this word. It says, for she have received for she have received of the Lord paying double for all her sins. And basically, we served out our prison sentence, man. We sinned against Yahweh Shai. You know, we acknowledge our offenses. We begged the Lord to take us back, and we showed him that we want him to take us back. Acknowledge our offenses. So Lord willing, that we be a part of that number, we be saved in that final day, man. You got it.
Backing you up, back in Psalm 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
And again, who will rise up against me for the evildoer? Because it's not like everybody is with Yahweh Shai. Some people are going to rise up for Esau. When we push out the word, they gonna rise up for Esau. Like it's Jake, even though we know Kanye West, you know, it's the flavor of the week or whatever. But it's some people speak against Kanye West for telling the truth. Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Because they're not rising up with the Lord, they're rising up with Esau. But you got it.
Back you up. Who departed from evil, making himself
upright. I would have said Isaiah 59. You know what I'm saying? If brother can get there, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But now, keep staying with you.
Now, finishing off, Psalms 94 and verse 17, it says, 16, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
It says, who will stand up against me for the workers of iniquity, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, that's us, man. We're the one that's telling Israel the difference between right and wrong, the difference between good and evil, man. But Israel don't want to listen. Israel want to do their own thing, for lack of better words. You got some more?
Yeah, got a little one more.
Come on.
Verse 17, Psalms 94:17. Unless the Lord had been my help.
Hold on. Unless who?
The Lord.
Not Esau, man. Unless Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. You know, unless he, you got it,
had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence.
But it says, unless he be my help, man. It's the Lord that help us out. Even let's say if you get a stank, you know, whatever happens, you just got some bread or some shit like that. At the end of the day, it was the Lord that controlled you got that bread from Esau, man. It was Yahweh Shah who controls everything upon the planet Earth. That's why I said if it wasn't for the Lord who was on our side, man, real shit, bro, cause shit fucked up him, man. You gotta
That's it.
I may add too. That's why you really gotta thank Yahweh Shah.
That's it, bro.
Okay?
That's it.
Because Yahweh Shah, he's set up to be our deliverance. Scripture tell you that he was set up to save his people. Okay? And here it is. The Lord Yahweh Shah has made a way for us to return. Out of all these different, avenues that's here in Babylon the Great that they can go down, which Kanye is a major highway that people are going down. Okay? See, now people are rather choosing that path rather than choose the path that we're publishing. Okay? Because this path that we're publishing, it's littered with danger.
That's it.
Okay, and people are turned off by that. But now what's happening in the earth is that now sides are being chosen. You see, you got, like I brought a beautiful point, is that, people are now choosing whether to listen in to more on what Kanye has to say, or some of them are speaking up against him. And that's causing more of a divide in Esau's kingdom. Since that message now is public, everybody got a hold of it, man. So now they're choosing, whether to agree or disagree. See, and the ones that agree, Esau is peeping that. He's saying, hey, okay, we put this message out, all right, let's see who's gonna bite.
Bite the bait.
Let's see who's gonna agree with what he's saying, all right, and who's gonna say something against it. Esau's looking right now, man. He's looking to see, all right, who thinks that we're the actual people, the people of the Bible who doesn't. That's all it is, man. Okay? But again, going back to the point that I was making, see, Yahweh Shah, and now Yahweh Shah is being published in this time, and we see that this is the way, okay? And this way, it's very narrow, man. That's why there's only one path, all right? And the Lord said that he was close, right? Okay? And see, now the highway is being introduced. Okay, we're showing you the way to return. But again, this word, it carries a certain vibration with it. That's why the majority of our people, they rather jump on the bandwagon concerning Kanye, man, rather than to take hold of his word, because guess what? This message is not new. All right? The apostles been saying this long ago. All right? The apostles and the elders, they've been saying this for more than 30 years, telling you, who the people of the Lord are and who the phonies are. The small hats, call them out. But now the Lord is making it to where now it's being published publicly by this man Kanye, because we're in that time where the Lord now is just wrapping everything up. Like I just read earlier, right? 2 Thessalonians, now that wicked's being revealed.
It's just going back to what you said, it's Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Right. So hey, and that straight gate is Yahweh Shah. Because when you look at Yahweh Shah and his ministry, he was being persecuted for day in and day out, man, by the wicked scribes and Pharisees, his own people. Okay? And guess what? That's no different today. The ones that's following the footsteps of Yahweh Shah also face the same persecution. And we know this because when you look at the videos being published, all right, the people, they're aligned with Esau's rulership. They're aligned with Esau and his way of doing things and his way of life. So when they see this is strange. And when they see this, they're turned off by it because they don't understand. And that's what's really driving the people's animosity against his word, because it's a known fact that what people fear most is the unknown. So when they see something that they don't recognize, all right, they automatically write it off. Because if Esau doesn't say that's fact, if Esau doesn't say that it's fact, then it's not fact. Everything else is fiction. Okay? So there you got it.
It says Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat.
Right. It says that many there be that go in thereat. It's talking about that broad way. That anybody can go in. That's why modern day Christianity has so much of a big following. Anybody can come come, come to the altar.
Come to the altar.
Come to the pulpit.
Yeah. Come as you
Yeah,
are.
come as you. Hey, I just think about that.
You know.
Yeah, he said, "Come as you are."
That's it.
You know, but it's his broad way, and and also too, they also promote this wicked ass holiday or holiday, Halloween. All right, Hallows Eve, Hallows Eve. Right, some win. And they don't understand. You already know what it is, man. They don't understand, the intricacies of the Bible, man. Okay, but again, like I was saying, hey, that's what they have published towards our people concerning, modern day Christianity. It's saying it's okay to dress yourself up and be a goblin or a ghoul on a certain date. All right, but that's leading our people right towards the slaughter. Okay, but I'll read that again out and then we'll.
Matthew 7:13 again. You're to your end at the straight gate.
Yeah, and that word straight means difficulty. Strict.
See?
So that's why when it comes to this word, again, it comes with quote unquote, regulations, man. Certain laws, there's certain things in the scripture you gotta abide by. And it really is there for you to live.
Standard.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And that's what makes a people. Certain regulations, restrictions, laws, judgments. Okay, that's what governs a nation, man. That's why the nation of Israel has been given this to be governed by. Okay, and this is one of the major things that makes us a people. Okay, first is how about Shemel Shah, but then there's laws and ordinances that he gave to us. All right, so that we can be established as a nation. Okay, and that's why through these, the other nations see that and they say, "Oh man, this is a wise and understanding people." All right, and have laws so near unto them. Okay, so now you see that again, that the nation's being built back right now, and this is the standard that the Lord has put out. Okay, for us to be built on, man. All right, it's built on the foundation of Yahweh Shah. Okay.
It says, and broad is the way that leads to destruction.
Right. So that way is broad, man. Okay. And that way, having these different, certain, basically that broad way is so large that's why you see the majority of the people, all right, in that broad way. But when it comes to that straight way, all right, you only one person go in one at a time. Okay. That's how narrow it is, and it's only for few. Not everybody. If you open this up to everybody, you're basically you're trying to push everybody in that narrow pathway. You're trying to push everybody in there.
Hey, so like if I may add on this, people get trampled like this. Because it was a thing today in Korea. They said it was people trying to go through a narrow street, and there were so many people in that way that they had got trampled. Basically, if you don't come in the right way, if you don't come in the right way in that order, you're going to get trampled down. It's like,
Backing up the big brother Raheem, this is second Ezra 7:6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field.
Right, and that city is the kingdom. Okay, that's what's the city in that broad field. Okay, so the kingdom right now is being prepared. Okay, but there's a way to go into that kingdom.
It says, and it's full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
That's right. So that way, going to that kingdom is set in a dangerous place, ready to fall. Okay, and that's the path that we're on. Because at any point, you turn to the right, you turn to the left, you get destroyed, man. Okay, and that's why the Lord has. But that's the thing. Because see, now we've been given a guidance to go through that path. We've been given the light to be able to see. So we'll know where we're going, man. So we'll know where the dangers are. Okay?
Yeah, like as if there was a fire on the right hand and on the left deep water.
Right. So it's so narrow, you got fire on the right hand and deep water on the other side. Okay? If you fall off that straight, that narrow path, all right, then guess what? You're going to be taken by one or the other. Okay? So that lets you know how dangerous the thing is, man. People think we're kidding when we bring this word out on the highways and byways, man. It's not for show. Okay, this is deadly serious. We put our lives on the line out here, man. It's serious. Because that really comes with that's what's really required for you to enter into the kingdom. You know? So, and everything's gonna go into it. So how are you gonna enter the kingdom without, going through this?
It says, verse 8, 2 Corinthians 7 and 8, and one only path between them both.
Yeah, and that one path between them both. It's one path, okay? That means there's no other, anything else outside of this path, you basically are set for destruction. Okay? So that's why, again, Yahushua, and that adds more weight to what Yahushua was saying to the disciples. He said, he's the way, the truth, and the light.
Continuing on, it says, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
That's right, and that's why it's so few when it comes to the righteous. All right? Because that path that we're going down is a path towards life. All right? And the scriptures say that the righteous finds that path of life, man. Okay? So there's only a few that can only go down that pathway. All right? And it said, and like I just read, it says so narrow can only one man go in at once. So right now you got the apostles, all right, that's already in front, all right, that's leading that narrow path. They're going down that path. You got others that are going right behind them, man. Okay? So right now, all right, you're seeing, all right, that path, all right, being occupied by the righteous. Okay? That leads into the kingdom, which is that city that's set in that broad place. Okay?
That's it.
Yeah.
And can I lay on back? Hey, that goes in the order, right?
Yeah.
How do I know to jump over this rock if the brother don't jump over it first or step aside it first? If I try to make my own path, it's what, fire or water waiting on me. That goes in the order, and most men don't like order.
Yeah, and that's why we read earlier, the way of a man's life is right in his own eyes.
Okay.
That shows you, people that think, they try to establish their own way of doing things, establish their own righteousness. Guess what? You're gonna veer off that path.
Okay.
Right? And when you veer off that path, that's your ass. Right?
Finish it off. Verse 9, 2 Corinthians 7 and 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before him, how shall he receive the inheritance?
Right. So if you don't go down that danger, how you gonna receive the good things, man? How you gonna receive the kingdom, which is the prize? Okay, how you gonna receive that if you don't go down the danger? That's why the scriptures say in the book of Acts, it says that
This is the book of Acts 14 to verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
That's right. So coming into the kingdom of Yahweh Shah is going to come with much tribulation. Okay? Tribulation, troubles, temptations. That's why it's written in Revelation, the 3rd chapter, the 10th verse, saying it's going to be an hour of temptation. So that temptation is coming. But like I just read, all right, it's going to be littered with temptations, all right? It's going to be littered with tribulations, okay, in order to get into the kingdom. So that's why in the time to come, it's going to get even more critical, right? The pressure's not going to be let up. It's going to get even more, severe in the time to come. I mean, you already see what's happening, okay? The small hats are being called out. So, they're going to make a major move to where it's going to shake the lives of them. Their lives are going to change after this whole ordeal, man. Believe me, okay? So, it's going to be either certain legislation or edict. They're going to say, make a public statement or what have you, all right? And make, send out a message, about what's what, man. So, guess what? In the time to come, all right? And you know what? It could very well happen this winter. Okay? They're already talking about what? Triple demic. On the horizon, okay? Where they say what they have, the C-19, the Crown Vic, what else? Flu, and the third one, I forgot what it was. I think what, SARS? I'm not sure. Yeah, SARS, yeah. So you got SARS, all right, you got the Crown Vic, okay? And you got the flu. All those three, okay? And elegant. That 3 means what? Perfection, all right? So you got 3, the triple demic on the horizon. Okay, that's what they call it. Triple demic. Yeah, they call it a triple demic. Yeah, so yeah, you got the flu, C-19, and you got SARS, I think. All right, and all that is going to be present this winter, this season, man. So, hey, you know, that's even more of an excuse for this man to bring down even more legislation, to bring down more laws, all right, to trap the people on this side. See, that's the reason why this is even happening, okay? And for the ones of you that got the jump shot, all right, you got to go and get another one.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah, every year you got to get one. Oh, they already talked about making it mandatory for, like, you know,
kids in school. Yeah.
So now they're making like a regimen where you gotta get the jump shot.
Like polio vaccine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like your immunization.
Yeah. Just to get in.
So if you don't have the paperwork, if you don't have the paperwork saying that they've been immunized, right? They can't go to school. That's also going to trickle over to you because the Jake's got these high level positions. All right, these government jobs, hey, they're going to require you to take another. Say, hey, you see all this? Hey, we'll get another, jump shot. You know. And guess what? After the fact, even after that, you got some companies. They were saying, right, after people got the jump shot, they apologized. They were like, oh man, we made a mistake. They blew out of proportion, but no, it's too late now. All right, the people that got it, they got it. Okay, but guess what? And now it's going to be even more excuse to get another one. Okay, and so that in other words, going to give them even more of an excuse to bring down what they're going to bring down as far as the legislation, what they got written up.
That's short time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Revelation
12.
It's Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Right, man, that's an unrighteous decree. All right, unrighteous decree basically making it mandatory for you to go against Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's what it really is. It's a mandate for you to disobey and to rebel against Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, but that's what that unrighteous decree is. Because if you making it mandatory for somebody to grab a jump shot, that has a great chance of killing you, okay? Then that's an unrighteous decree, man. And on top of everything, And guess what? Like I said, it's even going to be even more unrighteous decrees that's going to be put down due to what's to come. All right? You got us.
If I may add on that, it's a thing freedom of speech. The First Amendment, that's being challenged to this day. You speak the wrong thing and you say the wrong thing, you'll be demonized the hell of that. And I seen this thing about Elon Musk and Twitter. He's trying to bring back freedom of speech, but it's still people come on the other side. Yeah, you can't say the word. You can say nigger for lack of better words, but you can't say anything anti-Semitic, man. Which shows you that these devils are trying to even control your speech, even control the things that that's pushing forth, man.
Yeah, I was lucky. Just to add to that, I was struck this morning at 4 a.m. That's how you know they don't get no sleep. By hate speech, anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic, yeah.
And I was like, we Negroes can be anything except Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took that down and gave a strike, so we getting the email. It's just not me, it's all the brothers, and I know the Great Millstone, we getting the emails of hate speech. But we ain't doing nothing but reading straight out the Bible. Yeah. Thus saith the Lord.
The Lord said, it ain't like we coming off emotions, because that's what they watch.
They watch it.
Because that's what these other nations are coming off of. They coming off emotions, anti-Semitic, the Holocaust. Nigga, what about slavery, man? What about slavery? You know what I'm saying, Jay? Yeah, I think it's in Germany, in certain states, in certain places in Europe. If you speak about the Holocaust, you're going in jail. I know it's like that for sure in Germany, man. If you speak against the Holocaust, they'll take your ass to jail. That's an unrighteous decree that this nigga bring forth. I'm going to read this again. It's Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
That's it.
That right grievousness which they have prescribed. And again, they sign it off on it. And no matter 4 o'clock in the morning, Joe Biden, one thing he did he first got indoctrinated as the president of the United States. 2 hours later, he described the unrighteous decree by signing a thing over about the LGSYZ, about little kids getting their genitals cut off, they transform their gender. That's an unrighteous decree that this devil pushed forth. And if you the father of that child and you say something against it, then this devil will have all right to take you to jail now, man. To lock you up, you know?
Yeah, to back you up, this is Psalm 52, verse 4. They only consult to cast him down from his ecstasy.
It says they only consult to cast him down from their ecstasy. So Esau only tries to cast you down for being royal, man. Because one thing's about, it's a saying, one thing about being royal is your morals. If you don't have right morals as a king, then you're gonna get cast down. But if you're a king with right morals, I know one of my boys I like is King Henry the 5th and the 6th, man. If you really see how they play, especially how they deal with the women, how they deal with certain motherfuckers, and how they played around the government during that time, you see what I'm saying? You could tell they actually believed in the things that they were pushing forth. But read it again, though.
Yeah, Psalm 62 and 4, they only consult to cast him down from his ecstasy.
They only consult to cast us down from their royal estate, you got it?
They delight in lies, they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly.
So, and that's it, man, because at the end of the day, these devils, they'll say, good job, Jake. You see what I'm saying? They'll say, good job, Jake. You're doing the right thing, but in the back of their mind, say, you motherfucker, I can't wait to, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait till this nigga fall down. Matter of fact,
I got it.
He just like, you get real quick point. Matter of fact, they say, yeah, he ordered the steak. Man, put a little pork juice on there. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you can think that when you go to certain restaurants, I mean, especially when guys know who you are and shit like that, you don't know what these devils doing to your food. You know what I'm saying? But you got to walk. You got it.
Just to back you up, Sirach 12, Ecclesiastes 12 and 16.
That's it. Matter of fact, you got it.
Yeah, an enemy speaking sweetly with his lips.
He speaking sweetly with his lips. And that's how you know that's a part of deceit. Bible for shout out. If I make you give me Psalms 59, like, you got it.
God, continuing on, it says, but in his heart, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
It says in his heart, man. And that's what these counsels, the Bilderberg means. And even before he lay down his bed, I think what that says in Proverbs 4, he can't go to sleep without causing mischief. Yeah, Bible Child, you can get that from me. Because at the end of the day, that's what he do. Because he'll speak sweet to you one day, and the next day he'll turn around and feed you GMOs. Or feed you chemtrails, man. You have to always realize, man, ever since our people was young, they never knew that the chemtrail led to Esau. The reason why you got high blood pressure, the reason why you got your foot cut off, man, the reason why shit fucked up upon the planet Earth is because of the so-called white man.
That's it.
You know? Look at that.
They got statistics on when the council started coming up. Regular.
Regular.
In America.
Yeah.
It was in the 1900s.
In the 1900s. Just to add on that, it always got cancer in some form of fashion. Whether if you got a pimple. A pimple, that's a cyst. When you want, you see, that's a form of cancer, man, and that shit lead from GMOs and fucking up your damn hormone system, man. It's either gonna do two, you're gonna get a whole bunch of pimples, or you're gonna become a faggot, man. That's the complete honest. Because how Esau do, he try to play on puberty. That's why the LGBTQIZ, they playing on puberty. I remember a couple years ago, it was a thing called I Am Jazz. That was the first big if I may add, it was a thing called Jazz, and it was a girl, she was 13 years old, came out 2013, bro. Real shit, and she was like, I'm a transgender, I'm really born a boy, but I've been taking stimulants ever since I was 2 years old, and by the time she got to that age, she actually looked like a woman, but broad still had her run. But at the same time, that's how these devils push forth. They try to play on the puberty, man. Because again, that's when Jake the most horniest, for lack of better words. That's when Jake, they in their vigor a lot. They can't control their strength. So basically you confused too. Because actually you're growing. You got it?
Yeah. Your hormones raising.
Your hormones
You're
raising.
right. You at that puberty age.
You at that puberty age.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what Esau playing on.
Like the big brother said. Going back to that Proverbs 4 and 16, what he called for, it says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
It says they sleep not, except they have done mischief, man. Which meaning what? They don't sleep unless some bad shit happen, man. Esau can't go to sleep if it's not a faggot in the world, man. Or a faggot nearby. You know, you got it.
It says, and their sleep is taken away unless they call.
It said the sleep is taken away. How is Esau's sleep taken away? Through righteousness. That's why these devils that's why these devils can't get no rest for the lack of better words, man. That's why he had hit you at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's it.
Because he can't get no rest.
With them bags under his eyes.
Them bags under his eyes, man. Because he know at the end of the day, the Lord, he's judging him. You got it? You got it.
Yeah, go up. It says, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Yeah, it said his sleep is taken away unless he calls some to fall. So this devil, he can't have a good night's sleep. This devil, he can't be in peace unless Israel be in a dumb state of mind.
That's it.
And that's what the word ignorant come from. Where it says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. When you go into the word ignorant, it means not to know. Our people don't know about God. You know, you can say it in a simple way. You probably, you know God, but you don't know God, man. You don't know Yahweh Shema Shai through his judgment, man. Because you think he's just loves and kisses, a song and dance, clapping your hands, running up and down the aisles, not knowing that he can kill you at any moment, man.
That's it.
You know? You got it.
Going back into that second, Sirach 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
That's it.
But in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He
That's
will
in his
weep.
mind. So like, that's in his mind.
Like, yeah.
Because he have a counsel to cast you down, man. You got it.
It says, he will weep with his eyes,
He will weep with his eyes. You got it.
but if he find opportunity,
And this is a perfect opportunity now, man. Because this is, even though Jake, they're in that red pill state, they're in that woke state, but this is the perfect opportunity to come down upon the nation of Israel, man. You know, you got it.
but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
He will not be satisfied with the blood of the saints. You got it. Come on.
Like
Right
I say,
on.
this man seeks to justify himself by the word of law.
That's it.
That's how he finds that's how Esau finds opportunity. As the brother brought out Isaiah the 10th chapter, verse 1. All right, this man decrees on right decrees by way of his laws. So before he does anything, he justifies it by the way of his own laws. See? Which gives him pretty much a right to work mischief with choosing Israel, man.
Yeah.
So that's what being said right now. See? So Kanye fiasco. But Lord, I mean, he is pretty much looking to demonize the truth by eliminating free speech and all that, and also making us out to be extremists.
And that's the First Amendment. And that's the war that's going on right now, the First Amendment right. Because again, they love the secularists. They doing, you can write about arms, but they trying to do the first one forward. You know, that's like the agenda. One being two. If you control what people say, you can control what people think. You know what I'm saying? And then like now we can take away their guns now. You see what I'm saying? But you got it though. Cool out there, appreciate you got that Isaiah for Psalm 59.
Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you something real quick. Hey, this society, the New World Order would have been started a long time ago had it not been for that First Amendment. And you got the Second Amendment, the Third, and all these rights and amendments. The New World Order would have been started. Esau would have been got down and busy on y'all. That's it. He playing. He got to play a strategic game. If he collapses America first, the rest of the nations, they're going to act up. They're not going to be convinced that his New World Order is a thing. They're going to see too much. Esau got to strategize how it's about to go down, right? Because of these amendments. By the way, you know, the brother made a comment about some of our people not really understanding what they are part of. There it is. You heard God all your life. Heard about this man, or you seen images of this all your life. You learned Christianity before you learned you was an Israelite. If you're being honest with yourself, you learned Christianity first. So what you got from Christianity, you got to be careful that you don't bring that into the truth and then mix it all together and then become 10 times the child of hell you was in the world. This truth, scripture said she has no me. You might have got vexed with Christianity and went to Islam. You might have got vexed with Islam, then jumped on Buddhism. You might have took a whole dirty route until you got to this truth. You got to be careful now that you don't take that dirt and start dragging mud in a clean environment
which is the Most High sanctuary, which is Israel. It's a clean environment. This is safe space.
The real safe space.
A real safe space.
A real safe space. Now the Lord, one of the key signs of Jake don't understand that what he's dealing with, speaking about the Father, is that he take it light. The scripture of Hebrews 10 and 31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You can't imagine your power as somebody that want to go ahead and play, shoot dice with you. Yeah, me and the Most High, man, we had a great night last night, man. We were chilling. Yeah, man, you sipping on the Most High ain't that dude you snicker about. Israel tried that in the wilderness. Them same ones that were snickering about the Most High in the wilderness got dealt with severely. Some of the punishments was that the Most High opened the earth like you do a cantaloupe, and allowed men to be consumed down into the earth, man, into the abyss, right in front of the rest of the nation, sealing it up again. Some of the terror of the Lord is that he took a death angel and started serving every Israelite that was standing next to each other, as far as 28,000 men. And the only reason that death angel stopped is Aaron the high priest came about and it stopped that Aaron. The rest of them would have got the business. The Most High told Moses alone, how about I take all of these people and wipe them off the face of the earth and just make my people come through your seed line. If it wasn't for Moses stepping in for Israel, we all would have got served, and then that nation would have came through that line. We're in the scriptures, right? Now in Christianity, you could play with that guy because he cool with Christians. In Christianity, you could play with that guy. He love everybody. In Christianity, you could play with that guy. Yeah, he white. He got blue eyes, right? He dressed up. He touched the hand of Adam. In Christianity, you could play them games. Not in Israel. Not in Israel. See, in Israel, once again, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. Jake ain't realized that now. Jake got to get to a place where you don't feel that comfortable. Not just because you around people that's uncomfortable, but because every day you walk on this earth, you can get served by a power that's way more iller than the worst enemy you could think of. He can take you out anytime. You don't need to be around your op for the Most High to get busy on you. He stop your blood flow.
That's bad, Elder, if you say that, because you say he sent scourges for us, right? So even that's verse in itself. But for all that, they won't turn away from what? They wicked. So we know it ain't gonna get right. You got it.
I got some real quick bag of some porn. This is the book of Proverbs 1 and 7.
Grab Luke 21 and 11.
It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. You can't get there. You can't get to knowledge without the sound fear of the Lord. You got to enter in through that door first. The door, imagine, it says fear the Lord. Those who fear the Lord enter here. You got to go through that door first to get to all of the books and resources that the Most High will provide you then. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things shall be added unto you. You can't go through no other door. There ain't no books in there. Them books is lies. Matter of fact, the Most High so deal with it that he gonna make fake doors. Come here to learn about God. Christianity. Learn about, Yeah, delusional doors. Fake doors. And guess what? You enter and you fall. Oh! You thought it was a door. And yeah, you slept off. As soon as you hit the boom, as soon as you get through the door, your mind is melted. All right? It's that door that, like the scriptures say, many are called, but few are chosen. Go ahead, out.
Proverbs 1 and 7 again, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
So the first thing we did when we started getting knowledge, we done learned some things in the world, right? Knowledge means to know. You done learn some things in the world. You got a past just like everybody else. You got a history just like everybody else. We went through K through 12 just like y'all. We was riding that bus just like you to school. Some of us took notes, some of them didn't. Some of us went to college, some of them did it. Some went to the military, some did it. You went through all of that only to find out when you came into the truth, you ain't know a goddamn thing. You wasn't even alive. You was dead the whole time. You was in the Matrix, man. And Jake, what happened is they come about the Matrix popping shit. Yeah. Uh-huh. Huh? You just woke the fuck up. You in the out the Matrix of a 25-year sleep. And you was big man then. Where the hell is you? Where you been? Where you been? Go ahead,
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 14. It says, he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense, to both the house of Israel.
He's for a sanctuary, and he's for a stone of stumbling. Hold up, wait a minute. You got the truth that's, not only is it to here to uplift those who is here to uplift, but it's here to destroy those who is here to destroy. The Most High, years later, still ain't playing games with us. Still ain't on no game time, man. You think you want demon time. You ain't met the Alashadja, man. Yeah.
Demon-like power.
That demon-like power. That's what Alashadja means. That's what the nations called our power, man.
Terrible like
demon power.
Terrible.
Yeah, you got to throw that terrible up in there. Because you could be a demon all you want. You ain't no terrible demon and the power at the same time, man. What? The Most High, man, sometimes you just got to go into the history of how the Most High served Jake. Right? And we over here, Jake got all type of war stories, man. I put 12 in them. You put 12 in them. Yeah. All right. So you could read one account from the Old Testament to make your 12 what you did. Man, listen, man, David and the mighty man, you ain't want to see them. You ain't want to see them. Bring all of these gangster niggas out here and put them in front of David and his 12, man. Just the 12. They were serving, if somebody bring out that account, man, about where it goes into the 12, David's mighty men. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, go ahead, my man. Hey, that's why they were saying, you know, King Saul, he killed his thousands. David is tens of
thousands. And they said that in the celebration.
Yeah, they were doing comparisons. Like,
They did comparison. Right, so let's compare. Nah, y'all want to do compare and contrast, right? All the hitters, bring them out. Bring all your records out. Bring all your bodies out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Nah, hey, bring them out. Because you got that count? Bring them out.
Got that number 14
Go ahead.
and 16. It says, because the Lord was not able to bring this people into the land, which he swore unto them, therefore he has slain them in the wilderness.
David and his mighty men. Go ahead.
And that's just one account that the Lord did.
Do it again.
Numbers 14 and 16. Because the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, was not able to bring this people into the land, which he swore unto them, therefore he has slain them in the wilderness.
Therefore he has slain them in the wilderness. He got rid of them. Oh, you talking about thousands, tens and hundreds of thousands of Israelites who done walked through the wilderness the whole time. They was murmuring. Man, it's hot as hell. Man, we eating this manna again? God damn. Get this manna up out of here. I miss Egypt. To be honest with you, I miss Egypt. But the Lord served all of them for the murmurers, man. So we talking about a power you can't even speak against in your mind. You can't even utter something against the Lord in your mind, man. Go ahead, you got it? Go ahead, bring it up.
This is the book of 2 Samuel 23, verse 8. These be the names.
And that's what's going around, man. That's the spirit Jake in. Jake in the spirit of, yo, everybody a fucking alpha male now. God damn. Everybody a fucking alpha male, man. Y'all done been watching Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuel, Fresh and Fit. It's so damn long. Y'all all, right, listening to Jeezy on replay with a little bit of NBA Youngboy, and all y'all niggas is hard now.
No testosterone.
No testosterone. Can't lift can't bench press 145 pounds. 2 plates. You pass out trying to bench press 2 plates. You got all that. You ain't got no vegetables on your plate, but you got all that energy. For what? because of that Esau sword. And guess what they bragging about? Esau sword. Boy, if Esau got busy on you today, you be crying under your, you be crying under a table, man. If Esau chose to show you what he really got about him. When he do, you will be crying. That's the scripture too. Men shall travail as women. Men shall cry as women in travail. Go ahead, read that.
God, this 2 Samuel 23 and verse 8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had.
All right, y'all got y'all mighty men, right? Keep them, yeah, real gangsters. That was the hit. Real gangsters, street niggas, real gangsters. Y'all remember that shit? Street niggas, huh? Bodies, right? Terrified. Now that nigga held down he held the whole jail. He held the whole house down. Real one, huh? Bodies on bodies. Real nigga, light. Now he doing the whole. Woo! No, that nigga dead. Don't fuck with that nigga. That nigga lay your ass out. All these war stories. All right, whoever y'all got in your mind, imagine, picture them right now. You can look, your skin crawling. Just picturing this nigga. Tuki. Oh, Tuki. Right? Larry Hoover. Picture all of them. I don't even know who the hell that is. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. One eye from 144. That's it. All right? Yeah. Soap leg from Mansley. Nobody fuck with Soap leg. The gangster Will. Oh, damn, gangster Will. Now that was the gangster. That's how they talk. All right, cool. Keep him in mind. Go ahead.
It says the Tacomanite that sat in the seat, chief among the captains, the same was Adeno, the Izite. He lifted up his spear against 800.
Hold up.
800 bodies.
Come on now. Now that's that one time.
That's one guy.
That's
one time.
That's that one time.
One time, one guy.
That's just one account of his many accounts. That's one. That's just something for you to think on right there. So he slew 800 with his spear. Remember Gangsta Will now. Keep Gangsta Will in mind. Keep Tuki and them in mind. The Tuki ain't play. Keep going.
Come, it says who he slew at one time.
Woo. Show me one. Just show me one. Now y'all scratching your head with damn. I mean, Tuki was a real nigga, but I ain't heard about him taking out. I mean, he might have shot about 3 niggas. He ain't never caught up to that. Yeah. Yeah, he just got tired. Yeah. Nah, he changed his life now, but he changed his life. He doing good things now. Nah, he wrote a book though. He changed his life. Hold up, now he ain't so. Come on, man. Let's keep that same energy when the real ones come out. Keep on.
God, it says after him was Eleazar.
After him. All right, let's hear about Eleazar.
The son of Dodo. The Ahite. One of 3 mighty men with David. When they defied the Philistines.
This David right-hand man. See, David, what? You couldn't just walk up on David back then. You couldn't just roll up on David. You couldn't roll up on David. If you wanted to, you couldn't do that. Because King David had some men around him that if you roll up the wrong way, your head flying. That's what the scriptures really portray. They talking about if you're scared, go to church. This is what we read in church. This the church right here. Go ahead.
God,
What did he do?
It says when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword.
His hand wouldn't even release from his sword. That's how busy he got with his sword. Remember, they ain't pow pow. They bow bow bow. Man, he shot him. I gave him 12. They ain't do all of that. That's that long distance. Come on, man. That's like, yeah, we're talking about up close, man. You gotta see the man's eyes while you're doing it.
He's crying.
Yeah, he's crying.
He's screaming in your face.
Yeah, he took his last breath of your sword. While you pulled your sword out, some of that blood and the organs got on your face. You just kept going. So much that his sword wouldn't release from his hand.
If I make it for him, niggas got them lines say my hand lose my gun.
Yeah.
That's from this. Look like his head plays to the sword.
That's a butt.
So it's basically the same thing. That's what I can picture.
Man,
You know how you
It
write
ain't
so
the same.
long, you cramping and shit.
But it ain't the same. Once again, one right here up on you. The other ones, you cross the street. You thought you hit somebody. You done hit his girlfriend. You done hit the child and the baby moms. And the next door neighbor got some slugs in her too. She fighting, she in critical condition.
Bypass.
You go, yeah, you got your body. That's called a, what you call it? Now I made a song about that. Yeah, innocent. Yeah, like basically like a body that you can't even claim, man. You bragging about a body, you ain't even hit the right person, man. But we talking about, man, everybody, they swing. You couldn't falsify a body in the ancient world. You had to come right up on somebody, man. Keep going.
It says, in the Lord Yahweh Shemel
Hey,
Shah.
because that whole vibration out here is like petrified of the wrong thing. Jake's scared of the wrong thing. Jake worried about the wrong things. All right? Because when Esau rolled through, how many of them still on that tough guy shit? How many of them big dudes that took out 25, how many of them bust back at the police, man? Let's be honest. That gun that was clenching, that you couldn't let go of that gun until 5-0 showed up. That gun went right out your hand. Yep. There you go. Yeah, you hope you run. You're not a killer. Yeah, I ain't a killer until police came up. Yeah, I ain't crazy. You only crazy against your own, man. That's Stockholm syndrome. You love the enemy. You just a product, man. You've been lied to. All right, that same program that you identify with, that got you murdering and bragging about killing your own people, that same program, Esau created that. Your oppressor created that. He loved your energy, nigga. He loved your energy. He beat off to your rap videos. He love that shit. He beat off to that shit, man. Yeah, I'm gonna kill one of these niggas, gonna die today. That nigga, Esau love that. Yeah, he promoted. Yeah, that record deal, yeah, Kanye exposed him. That record deal, your enemy done signed you to them records, that record label. And then guess what? You get caught doing half the shit you rapping about, go to jail. They gonna make money off your ass there, and they gonna still make money off your records.
I didn't play your song before. That what happened to that guy, that what happened to that guy, Melly, Wayne Melly, Word on My Mind.
Yeah.
He made that was his hit. The only song he was made for, they took that nigga to jail, bro. But they still making revenues off Spotify, off Apple Pay, off YouTube, off streams, off his name. So this nigga doing a whole bid in jail.
Right.
Why Amalekite,
Eating.
he was eating off that shit, bro.
All right, now you see the game? And guess what? The game was designed to do exactly that. That ain't no new thing. They done your enemy done mapped it all from the beginning to the end. Keep going.
Going back to Psalms 23 in verse.
But Jake don't think they got no enemies except their own people. You still convinced you ain't got no enemies except your own. I don't like that nigga. While Esau walking by you, say, I don't like that nigga. Go ahead.
It says, continue on in verse 10, it says, and the Lord, Yahweh Shah, wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. After him was Shammah, the son of Agi.
Hold up, we ain't done. Let's read about Shammah. And by the way, these are your forefathers, man. This is all stock. This is how we really got down. Before we was murdering each other, we was serving the enemies, man. You see the difference between their logic? You see what makes sense versus what don't? I wish a nigga would in that day say, we gonna kill niggas. We gonna kill that nigga when it lasts the rest of the 30 seconds till you finish the ball. Cause they serve, you gonna kill what? Shoot. Go ahead. Yeah, they stoned his ass. A murderer in the scripture gets stoned to death. Get the law on that too. He that killer permit. That's it. Go ahead.
It says, and after him was Shammah, the son of Agi, the Horite, and the Philistine. It's like the it's like he said, I'm with your brother. And jump back in the spirit. It says, the son of Agi, the Horite, the Philistines were gathered together into a troop.
That shit, hey, that whole vibe, man, that shit is played out. Hey, that brother Barack Obama, I always quote him. He said, wickedness is played out, righteousness is in. Man, you got if that don't sound okay to you, then you ain't in the right spirit. You ain't in the right spirit. Nah, I don't like that one. You ain't in the right spirit, man. Go cry to somebody else, man. Cry to your mom. Right? Y'all niggas really like murdering your own people. That's what type of time y'all on. Get the fuck around us, man. We ain't on that no more. That ain't even cool no more. We ain't hyping that. We not jocking that no more. That's not cool. Go ahead.
He says, where was a piece of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines, but he stood in the midst of the ground and defended it.
Hold up, he ain't back. Which means, AKA, he ain't back down. He's surrounded by Philistine, he ain't back down. See, heart is proven when you against your odds, man. You can't prove heart in a shootout like that. You just can't. I mean, yeah, you gotta have a little heart to keep busting back, but how they do, you know? We talking about when all the odds is against you, how you do? How you feel when everybody and you ain't got your tool on you? How you do now? He didn't run, man. He didn't run. When they ran, everybody else ran around him. He didn't run. Go ahead.
It says, and slew the Philistines.
And served their ass. Go ahead.
And the Lord Yahweh Shemashah wrought a great victory.
There it is. Man, he was just slain by himself. Imagine the spirit on that man. Be like him. Stop being like these niggas. Be like him. Be more like that. Keep that man in mind. That was an actual Israelite. He didn't walk this earth and got in a situation in which most of these real niggas would have ran, man. The enemy. You don't know. They don't even speak the same language as you. These the Philistines. They didn't even back down. Surrounding them. Don't back down. That's the spirit you're supposed to have, man. Who the fuck is we outlaws out here in Babylon? These niggas. This ain't nobody to the Lord.
I mean, that's why they were chosen as King David's mighty men.
Yeah,
because they didn't back down.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
they were confident in how about which is a great point because King David, what did he do when he was in front of Goliath? You know, what did he back down?
Right.
Did he turn around?
He picked like-minded men. Oh, man was a child, basically, man. He was a man at that time, but he was a young man. He just came out of adolescence, man. He already had a body of a bear, a body of a lion. He already slew a bear and a lion. Was it both? Right? So he already knew how he could get busy. But the whole nation, see, one thing is to do your dirt, and it ain't for no cause. You just out here doing dirt. These niggas, the bodies that they catching is random other niggas. Like, what actually happened? What was the situation? Was it about money? What was it about? Nah, you know, he drugs. That nigga, nah, he just, that was even simple. Nah, he was in the wrong hood, wrong crew. Man, we talking about Israelites that was protecting families that was theirs and families that wasn't theirs, man. Real stand-up Israelite men. The real ones. Like David, the whole nation revolved around with in that decision on his hands. And he still didn't pass out, he didn't faint, he took it all right there and had the spirit of, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I got this. They tried to put the crown on him. The crown was too big, man. That's how small he was, man. And Jake out here bragging about some shit, pompous about some shit. Pompous as hell, man. Where y'all get this from, man? Y'all ain't been reading the scriptures, man. Y'all ain't been paying attention. Not us. Don't push that wicked ass vibration on us. Y'all ain't been getting busy. You know? Y'all don't know who the Lord is. Y'all ain't been fearing the Lord. Don't push that on us. That's that old man.
It's like if a man too. Really what they do, they put confidence in themselves. You know? Instead of putting confidence in Yahweh Shemashah, the Most High, man. You know? And that's why when they do get caught up in that kind of situation, that whole confidence they have in themselves, they realize that, oh, I'm just you know?
Yeah, I can believe. Sometimes it take blood. It takes for you to see your own blood to know, damn, I ain't shit, man.
You want to touch one too.
You want to touch one too.
That's how some people, they get to jail, they start wanting crime. It's too late now. Why do you have Shemashah? You realize when it was too late. You know, because we would have been there to see it nigga crying because you got 7 years, you know, in the jail. You know, you got.
No, that's right, bro. That's right. There's a spirit out, there's a vibration on this place, like the brother Mashal just mentioned. There's a vibration on this earth to worship yourself. The Lord said, in the last days, perilous times shall come. Men shall, well, the scriptures say, men shall be lovers of them own selves, man. So, you know, they go a whole group of niggas. They love themselves, bro. You can't tell them nothing. But when you put them on to the test, guess what? There was some draws up in there. That was your right-hand man, but he just took the stand. That's your man now? He just took the stand on your ass. Yeah, I seen. Yeah, he the one that shot, baby. All that shit. For what? Come to find out, it wasn't because what King David did instead, what he did. Nah, him, I want.
Yeah.
Remember that story about the man that defended and he served up? That's who I want. Get him. The other one, what's his name? Get him. Him, over there, you and me. He built a team. Go ahead, bro.
Going back to going back to
Because you gotta go through the history to know who you are, silly. You can't keep dragging that, you know? You can't keep dragging that. What the scriptures say on putting off day to day? Y'all, with y'all putting off day to day ass spirit, man? That lazy ass spirit? Nah, I'm gonna do that Tuesday. Today ain't the day, man. It's my people's birthday. I can't be busy with that. All right, good. I see you. I see you. Yeah, you must not know how to log out. You must not read. Oh, my bad. I thought you was read. I thought you was well read, my nigga. My bad. Go ahead.
It says going back to 2 Samuel 2, it's like 2 Samuel 23 in verse 13. And 3 of the 30 chiefs went down. Matter of fact, 3 of the 30 chiefs went down and came to David in harvest time unto the cave of Adullam. And the troop of the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim, and David was then in a hole in the garrison of Philistines was in Bethlehem.
Yo, come here.
Come read. So like this 2 Samuel 23 in verse 13 again. It says, and 3 of the 30 chiefs went down and came to David in the time of harvest unto the cave of Adullam. And the troop of the Philistines pitched in the tent of Rephaim. And David was then in a hole in the garrisons of the Philistines, was then in Bethlehem. And David lodged and said that one would give me to drink the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the 3 mighty men was break through of the host of the Philistines and drew water out of that well in Bethlehem that was by the gate and took it.
Right, this story is about David was thirsty, so he asked some of his people to go and grab some water behind enemy lines. Enemy lines and got him some water.
Like
what?
Type.
Yep. Yeah. Basically, there was no water, so he had to drink. But watch what happens. Go ahead.
It says.
So he sent you, right, and they went to go get it for him. Go ahead.
It says, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof.
So they snuck and got the water for him, but they brought it to him and said, nevertheless, he would not drink. Read on.
But poured it out unto the Lord.
But he poured it out unto the Lord. Read on.
It says, and he said, be it far from me.
Be it far from me. Basically, I won't do this.
Yeah.
Because, go ahead.
Oh Lord, Yahweh Shemawashah, that I should do this.
That I should do this. Go ahead.
Is not this the blood of men?
Is not this the blood of men? Go ahead.
That went in jeopardy for their lives.
Because they went in jeopardy. They could have got killed. Yeah. So you send somebody out to do a hit, and you don't even consider that you just set that man in harm's danger. You got all these hitters around you. You doing all of this hitting. You don't consider, like David, that you just put your men in jeopardy. Or you sent a man to the store. You sent the man to the other side of the, the other side of the tracks, the ops neighborhood, to do some frivolous thing, man. David wouldn't even, he poured that water out. man, unless I drink this water that my men just jeopardized their life to drink. See, you got something in our history. We got something called tact. We got something called morals. We got something called standards. We got something called respect. Loyalty, honesty, sincerity, truth. That's the vibe that we come from. This is this thing is a matrix, man. They don't falsify who you was, lied to you, made you think you was of importance when you're not, unless you are to the Lord. And if you don't fear the Lord, you are of no importance. Go ahead.
He says,
Go ahead.
he said he cared about the flock. John, that shows you that David really cared about the flock in that day, man.
Yeah.
You know, so it says verse 16 again. Now, so like verse 17, and he said, "Be it far from me, O Lord, that I shall do this. Is not this the blood of men that went in jeopardy of their lives? Therefore, he would not drink it. These things did these three mighty men."
Yeah, so you got to take into account what you ask people to do. Take into account what you yourself would do.
Yeah.
Here it is. Would you do it? Why would you ask somebody else to do it? If you're not about it, why are you in a position to tell other people to do it? You got to know yourself, man. You got to know yourself. Somebody find that quote by Sun Tzu. Somebody look at their phone. Find the quote by Sun Tzu about knowing the enemy. Abakasha. Yeah. Yeah.
Got something in the bag right here.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Samuel 17 to 34. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep. And there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him.
And here's the thing. The scriptures say not many mighty, right? Guess what? I don't know every brother's record back here. I speak for myself personally. I don't got no bodies. Not in this lifetime. I ain't got no fucking bodies. I ain't about to be out here acting like I got some damn bodies, man. Right? Not many mighty. Guess what? In order to be into this truth, you don't gotta have no goddamn bodies, man. You ain't gotta have a record. You ain't gotta have no jail record. You ain't gotta have no clout. You ain't gotta have no street cred. You ain't gotta have none of that shit. Alright? You gotta fear the Lord. You see? But at the same very time, if you have that, guess what? You still gotta fear the Lord. You still gotta fear the Lord. You still gotta enter in through the straight gate. The Lord ain't playing with you. Right?
Going back, like the brother said, he cared about his sheep.
Yeah.
Verse 36, 1 Samuel 17 and 36. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defied the armies of the living power.
And he took care of his sheep then. He did it then. And later on, he did it again. He did it then, and he carried on. See, certain characteristics they're gonna take over your life. They're gonna be in the beginning of your life, to the middle, to the end. They're gonna follow you through. So usually, if you wasn't shit in the beginning, you ain't gonna be shit in the end. No matter how much clout you got and obtained, because this is Babylon. You can obtain the clout. What you obtain, what are you doing? Getting a reputation in a place that has no continuous city that will be destroyed anywhere. What are you chasing? You're chasing a corruptible crown, man. That's all of that. Everything that you thought you was chasing is corruptible, meaning it's not gonna get you anywhere. It's vain. It's empty. It's emptiness. You were chasing a mirage. You were chasing a dream. You're really chasing your low self-esteem. You're trying to overcompensate for a low self-esteem, man. A big ass ego with not enough reputation to fill it. Now you left to look at yourself in the mirror every night and see that you ain't a goddamn thing, but these people think you are. Yep. You an empty ass soul, man. Void of knowledge. Now even the Lord rejected you. The scriptures tell you, reprobate silver, men shall call him. You're a reject. Right? You belong with the rejects, man. That's why when somebody gets served out here, our spirit is like, all right, amen. For why? Call Allah, Yahweh, Shemiah Shah. Another victim. that fell to Esau's plan to divide and conquer. You still in your captivity, man. You just gonna wake up here and walk around like an equal? You are equal to your oppressor? Are you crazy? Yeah.
What y'all got, bro?
I got some real quick. I got two more real quick for you. I got the option one for you.
Oh, yeah.
But let me get this first. This Deuteronomy 20 and verse 4. For the Lord, Yahweh Shemel, your power is he that goeth with you to fight you, just like you. Got inside.
Take it time.
Take your time. Deuteronomy 20 and verse 4. For the Lord, Yahweh Shemel, your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you.
The Lord, Yahweh is your power, and he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you. That seems logical enough, that the Most High is with us, and as long as he's with us, he gonna fight our battles. Guess what? Israel understood that as a whole. Because what did they have? What did they start doing? They started consulting the prophets. Will the Lord allow us to win this battle? He will? Let's go.
Let's go up.
Go ahead.
Good. I got the awesome one for you. It says
That's why. By the way, pray before you make your decisions, man.
Beautiful.
Pray before you leave the house, man. Pray when you go to sleep, you make it up in the night. Yo, pray, man. Beg the Lord that he be with you everywhere you go. Beg the Lord that he sends angels around you to watch over you. Pray the Lord that he sends them same angels around your family members, man. The ones that you care about. Your children, your bond, the brothers, the brotherhood. Pray for the brotherhood, you know? Because at the end of the day, when the Lord is for you, nobody could be against you. That's what we dealing with, the highest of the highest powers, man. That as long as he, come on, it don't get no higher than him. He created the same enemy that you think you got. Go ahead.
This is a quote from the Arts of War. It says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not to fear the results of a hundred battles.
That's why it's important to know who the hell you are, man. For real, man. Get yourself a strong look in the mirror. You ain't did that in a while because this society don't breed you to do it. You're still being bred. You're being bred by Esau. He don't gotta be there in your house to have Caesar hanging on your wall. Caesar still made it to your wall, didn't he? Caesar Borgia still made it to your grandmother's closet, didn't he? Still was hung up in the bathroom, didn't he? You still made it. He still made it. You go to church without telling your ass to go to church, man. Esau still got control of what he got control of. It's only through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah that he take your mind up out of that mess. See? In these end times, right before he nuked this place. Yeah, right? Be thankful. Understand what you're a part of. Go ahead again.
It says, if you know yourself, but not the enemy.
Damn.
It says, if you know yourself, but not the enemy.
Read it from the top.
It says, if you know the enemy and know yourselves, you need not to fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb to every battle.
Guess what Jake walking around here? They don't know the enemy or themselves.
That's why they succumb.
That's why they succumb. Another nigga dead. Another nigga dead. Tuesday, another nigga dead. Thursday, another nigga dead. Friday, 15 niggas dead. Because here come the weekend. Saturday, 14 niggas dead.
14. Hey, especially to like my best point. Class City weekend, especially today. This is a very the money
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. Check back with us tomorrow to find out the report of how many niggas dead.
Keep your eye.
Keep your eye on the counter. We got a counter. We got one. We got one. We got two. We got two out here. Two. Can I get a three? Can I get a three? Can I get a three? Three and Esley. Can I get a four? Can I get a four? Four. There you go. All right.
I got some real quick ones.
All right. Oh, we got a 15 in Chicago. We got a big one.
56.
Yep.
56.
Yep. We got a 15.
Down.
Oh, because we thought the Most High, the scriptures say you thought the Most High was a power far off. Yeah. You thought he wasn't around, like, where are you? Meanwhile, bodies dropping all over the place. Oh yeah, he sent his angel. You go. Yeah, it's happening in real time. Just because you wasn't understanding, well, you ain't walked through the door of fear of the Lord. No wonder you don't understand what the hell going on. Think how crazy and scary Babylon is if you don't even know the Most High ordering these hits. You think this place is really what it is? Like, oh shit, like life is crazy. Like you might commit that, man. Right? Go ahead. Yeah, no,
I got the word succumb.
Yeah.
It said you're going to succumb to these things. The word succumb means what? It says die from the effect of disease and injury. It says fail to resist pressure, temptation, or some other negative force.
Yeah, that's right. It says you fail, all right, to come against that pressure, you know? And that pressure is coming, man. You know? Oh, that pressure's going to come by where Esau sent his troops, okay? And a lot of you Jake's going to succumb, man, okay? And that's why the time we're in right now, you know, Jake, you know, they're more liable to succumb to any of these things, man. They've been, like, outwitted, man. They've been bred, okay, to have a certain mindset, you know? They've been bred and brought up a certain way, okay, to think, how to act, you know, and basically how to even conduct themselves. So see, now you got, you know, little monsters running around, man. You know? And guess what? They're going to get caught up and they're going to succumb right to the pressure that's coming, man. Okay? You got the rest of it.
Got one more. When you said that succumb, it says
To die, it says to come down, to basically break under pressure.
what about the disease?
To die for a failure, disease, or injury.
So let me give the precept for you. Sirach 10 and 10. The physician cutteth off a long disease.
Right, man. So that physician, Yahweh Shai is cutting off that long disease, man. Okay? So which that disease is causing our people to succumb, okay? Causing them to collapse and die, man. And that's really going to be the end result. They're going to die underneath all this pressure that's coming.
That's it.
And you know what? That plays right into what the higher of Esau is in their mindset, in their thinking process. Because they got a pressure from above and pressure from beneath. All right? Now, with that pressure coming from above and from beneath, we're going to get crushed, man. All right? That's going to be the end result of what they're planning, of their agenda. To have our people crushed underneath all that pressure. Okay? So for the sake of them being caught up and destroyed, man. Because Esau still remembers the blessing that was given unto him, man. And he's coming for that blessing, man. All right?
And continue on, it says, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
That's right, man. He that's today a king, tomorrow shall die. So that's inevitable. All right? That Esau Edom is gonna die, man. See, today he's a king, but guess what? Pretty soon he's gonna die, man. He's gonna get knocked off the pedestal that he's on and be brought down to the basis of all men, where he's supposed to be. Okay? Because guess what? This man being in rulership, man, he has brought that same energy of being a base. That's why I said earlier, he had these monsters. And that's where Esau has grown. Because Esau's a monster. Okay? So therefore, they're all going to get caught up underneath the pressure, all right? They think that they're putting the pressure on Jake. Really, how about Shema Shai is putting the pressure on you? Okay? And that's why you're trying to wiggle out of what the Lord is putting on you right now. Okay? But guess what? You're going to have no more room to run to. And then you're going to succumb. All right, that's the spirit. You're going to succumb, all right, to the prophecies. All right?
Yeah, to back you up, the book of Job, chapter 14, and verse 5, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds, and he cannot pass.
That's right. So he's pointing at the bounds which this man cannot pass. All right? And we're reaching that point right now. So right now he's reaching the point to where he can no longer run from prophecy. Okay? And also those bounds also represent him fulfilling his wickedness, man. And everything he listens to do. We keep saying over and over again that you think that this is the worst that can happen, you know, what our people are doing, okay? And that's why, you know, you got these whole sling of videos popping up of Jake doing the most outlandish nonsense and folly that you can ever think of, man. All right? They literally, like one of the elders say, they literally made it to a challenge. Who's going to piss off Yahweh Shai more? You know? It's a competition now.
race to death.
Yeah. So that's it. It's a
Death race. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Death race. I'm gonna get it. What I'm doing, when I get down.
Yeah, that's really what it is, man. Y'all are racing towards your demise. All right? Who's gonna get first prize? You know? But hey, that's what happens when you have the basis of all men in rulership. You're gonna see the basis of all men on display, and it's gonna come in the form of you people, okay? And where it's gonna ultimately end with you something.
And this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, and verse 3. And death shall be chosen rather than life.
They say death shall be chosen rather than life, man. That's why Deuteronomy 30:19, you choose you life and death. People choose the ways of this world than the ways of Yahweh Shah. You know?
And death shall be chosen rather than life, but all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, said the Lord Yahweh by my host.
Yeah, because basically, man, the Lord, he driven Israel, you know, everywhere, but also everywhere his wicked is driven, man. So what Yahweh Shemel Shah's finna get ready to do, he's finna destroy everybody that's wicked and just bring back the remnant, man. Just as simple as that. Like, back and forth between the Lord and Abraham. If it was 50 righteous men, it was 100 righteous men, 35, 10. Man, the Lord said, man, fuck that. I'm just gonna take the righteous man down and I'm gonna destroy that shit, man. You know?
Yes, with that, we're going to close it down. So once again, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakadah.
Double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well to this very day. Okay? And also as well, Shalom, peace and safety. Much honors to the Hope Elect that's also pushing this ministry as well. And this gospel, the other members of the Hope Elect, right? In faith, sincerity, and all charity. Okay? With that, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom!
Tonight. Oh, get that too.
We playing that on the way home.